on fireplaces. It's hard to carry on when you feel all alone. Now I've swung back down again. It's worse than it was before. If I hadn't seen such riches, I could live with being poor. Oh, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 down. Sympathy.
Evening, everyone. Evening. Anthony and I thought we'd do a watch along to the England-Brazil game. And we were just talking there backstage. And apparently Kane's injured in that little bit on the screen there. And Watkins is up front with Foden. Interesting, Anthony. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, Jez. Not too bad. I didn't really do the England internationals, to be honest with you, with the friendlies. But I thought to myself, well, you know, might as well do one. Let's see what it's all about. Now we can play. Interesting how Southgate, you know, obviously with his formation and his lineup. So it's like what you just said. Kane's out injured. Watkins is up front. So basically, I think it'd be all eyes on him. Watkins, Foden, Bellingham. So you know, there's a few good players we've got in this team tonight. So let's see if we can. I know it's a friendly, but let's see if we can pull out a decent result.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I thought I'd do this, I don't, you know, what I think about international football, is I thought I'd do this because it's Brazil. That's why I'm doing it, because it's a Brazil team. We're playing Brazil. So I thought, yeah, why not? Just for a bit of a laugh. I'm not expecting a lot of people in here tonight. But we've got a couple of comments here. One from Danny. England 6, Brazil 0. Yeah, well, that'd be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be.
I'm not sure, but Henry, how are you? Hope you're well, mate. And we've got Arsenal Manic evening to you, my friend. And yeah, we've got Tony. How are you? You in the house? Even old member for 20 months. Yeah, you're one of the longest members, one of the originals. 6th of April. I'll be 2 years of been doing this drama. So that'd be fun. Jam's in the house. Hi, Jez and Anthony in chat. I thought you'd be watching Ireland, man, wouldn't you? Danny's here, been there, another original. Big up, Jez and Anthony, member for 18 months. So thank you, friend. Thank you. And Tony, Danny, Manic evening. And yeah, Jam, watching Ireland as I watch this. We've actually got a good fight against Belgium today. Never thought I'd see the day. Yeah, I didn't know that was on at the same time, actually. But yeah, also, Anthony, we're looking at possibly Isaac from Newcastle. What do you make of that?
I have seen it. I actually seen a stream on it. Somebody was doing a stream on it, but yeah, don't get me wrong, Isaac. I think that could be a great addition to us up front. You know, obviously because we are sadly lacking in that area. And but yeah, I feel he's a good player. You know, we can score goals and that sort of thing. If he does come to us and get him, I think he'd be a better player for us than what he would be at Newcastle. Because with Arsenal, you know, we like that continuous flow. You know, we're constantly attacking and all that. I think that sort of style of play is suiting down to the ground, and hopefully, you know, that we can solve our problems with the lack of goals up front.
I've always actually, first couple of times I saw him, I thought, yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
I like him as a player, and I quite fancy him at Arsenal, to be fair. I've no idea what the fee would be, but are we serious? Would we go for him in the summer? I would like to say yes. But Anthony, come on, mate. We know Arsenal always linked to every player in Europe, and you know, it doesn't often come the way we want it to go. No. But we'll see, man. We'll see on that one. But big up, Dow, Oregon Gooner. Hope you're well, mate. Come on, England, mate. Thanks for your super chat. Top man you are. Great show last night, by the way, for the American Idiots 1 year show. Really good show. Watched it. Lee was on there with Connor, CMO Sports, and of course, it was TJ. It was a great show actually. If you haven't watched it, go and watch that on playback. It was a good debate actually.
Yeah, it was a good show.
And congrats on the 1 year, mate. And Aces, Ollie Watkins has shown world if he top tier quality player. Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with that. Tony says DVS, big up. Yeah, big up, Dow. He's a legend. 8 minutes to go, and it's still 0-0 in that game, Ireland, Belgium. Okay. Fair play on that one. Jam, is that a friendly or is that a qualification game? I don't know.
I think it's a friendly, Jess, because we got Belgium Tuesday night, haven't we? England.
Yeah.
So yeah, most of them are all friendlies now. I mean, there's quite a lot of games. You know, obviously, I think I can't remember if it's. I think it's Germany. Is it France and France got Germany? I think, or something like that. I think it may be tomorrow or sometime today. It's something like that. But there was a few big teams playing against one another, and we called it on the Sunday night takeaway. You know, we did a prediction score on every game, like international game for this weekend. So you know, there are a few big games coming up.
Yeah, I mean it's this one tonight. That's the reason I thought I'd do this one, is at the same, because I thought, well, it's Brazil, you know, and it'd be a bit of a laugh, and I'd do a giggle on this. So yeah, say I'm not a great fan of international friendlies. Competitions, yeah, I quite enjoy them, but I don't know, this time of the season for me, you know, do we need it? Do we need it? I just think hopefully some of these players that are supposedly injured, Saka, for example, Gabriel, they're not. They're just, you know, not going to play for England. And I mean, Saka coming back for rehabilitation on his current injury, apparently. So, yeah, he turned up at St. George's, the training ground, and then he was sent back to the club. But if you've got an injury, Anthony, why would you report for England duty?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You know, I was thinking exactly the same thing with Saka. I personally think this is Mikel Arteta's way of saying he doesn't want Saka to play in this game in case he gets injured. You know, in case he has a bad injury in this game. That is the only reason I can think about. But in all fairness, if that is and it's Arteta's call, with us being Arsenal fans, is it such a bad decision? I personally, I don't think it is, Jess. I think we got a good enough team, you know, in this England squad without Saka. You know, Foden's in there as well, so Foden's doing his bits in the Premier League at the minute.
Yeah.
So I think with Saka, I mean, let's say if he was picked and if he was selected tonight and he had a really bad injury, you know, in all fairness, how would that look on Arsenal's season for the remainder games of, like, you know, we've got left? No, we've got Man City coming up in our next game. I don't think it would look good. So, in all fairness, I don't think he's that injured of what people are saying, and it won't surprise me if he actually does feature in the Man City game.
Yeah, I mean, personally, for us being selfish, I think it's good because if he is back at the club, he'll be at Colney getting treatment on this continual injury he's got, his ankle or whatever it is. So, but as Jam says, Isaac is really good, big, tall centre forward, causes a ruckus for the defence, surprisingly good on the ball for someone who's 6'4". Well, we need somebody like that, personally.
We actually went in for him, Jess. We went in for him. We didn't get him. I think that it was. I think they wanted somewhere in the region or somewhere like 75 million, but Arsenal thought it was a bit too dear for him at that time. So Arsenal only offered the maximum of something like 65, I believe, there roundabouts. And then obviously Newcastle then obviously got taken over. They had the money, and obviously the deal was complete with the team he played for, Newcastle. So, but yeah, I think hopefully it will be. And there was talks, in all fairness, there was talks of Arsenal getting I've Anthony for next season. But listen, the way how he's playing at the minute, I know he doesn't want to be at Brentford. He has come out and said that he wants to leave. But how he's playing at the minute, he's not doing himself any favours. And also, Brentford ain't going to get the maximum transfer fee that they want if he's going to carry on playing like that. So, there's no point. So the transfer fee for me, for Ivan Toney, I think it go down in a region of anywhere between, well, we probably think price is Kai Havertz, around about 65 million to get him.
Do you think the deal's possibly already done in the background?
I know what you're saying. I think it was you that come up and said this last time on the show. You think the deal's already done? It could be, because you never know what happens in football these days. Obviously, what goes behind the back scenes and all that sort of thing. So there is a possibility that you may have already signed for a club. Maybe it could be Arsenal. If not, it could be someone like Chelsea or, but even our neighbours down the road at Tottenham. He might have even signed for them. We don't know. But yeah, it does look that way. I think there's a deal gone on in the background behind the scenes, definitely.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. It's such sneaky times nowadays in football. Everything happens behind closed doors, and nothing's going to be out in the open now. That's for sure. Big up, Dale. Thanks, Jez. Good times. Yeah, it was a good show, man. Good show. I'll just ask this one. Controversial, right? What do you think about this cross on the back of the England shirt on the neck not being the St. George colours? The white and the red cross. It's now like a rainbow type thingy. I'm not saying it is a rainbow thing, but it's a lot of people upset about it. What do you make of it?
I think it. We always grew up with the white background with the red cross. And that's it. That's basically what it should be. But I think with times, I think now we're in a certain time where all this is coming up and all this and that, and I just feel is what they want to do. If that's what they want to do, that's obviously what they want to do. Me, in my own opinion, it would be nice to actually see obviously just the red cross, basically. So.
I suppose it offends some people. Does it offend me? Not really. At the end of the day,
no.
It is what it is. It's a cross of some description. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I'm not going to get into it. Jam says, ideal Windows, Isaac, Zupermendi, a new backup keeper, left back, another midfielder, backup winger, and maybe loan Carl Hine and bring an old third choice. Wow, that's a big shopping list, because we know Arsenal aren't going to spend. Well, they can spend money. Will they spend the money? They've got to get a few people out the door. I saw something about Cedric Suarez maybe leaving for nothing.
Well, yes, that's true. Yeah, he's got his contract runs out in, I think it's June or July this year, so he's going to be leaving on a free. That I watched it on YouTube. Is it Fabrizio Romano? He normally says it like, and then he was going on to about what was it? Keep your eye for Ramsdale as well, because it was like definitely he could be leaving. He's on the cards. There is talks that Chelsea want him.
Chelsea want him.
Chelsea wants Ramsdale, but they're putting in a even though he costs us 35. But apparently Chelsea has actually the rumours are that Chelsea have actually put in a £50 million bid for Aaron Ramsdale.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. DVD David says 60.3 million in pounds and 70 million euros is Isaac's value. Yeah, I think that's fair. That's a fair play. Great comment. We know who this is. Jez is a prick. You pricks. Yeah, we know that's great. I love it.
We actually said this on a show, and it was on the Sunday night takeaway, and it came up, and everybody. It was me, Tony, Fuzzy. I think it may have just been us three, or there may have been someone else, and we all said at the same time when it come up. We went, Big up, Jez, you prick.
Yeah. Yeah, quality. That was quality.
Yeah.
I have to say that's a great show actually. That Tony does the Sunday night takeaway show. It's good fun, really good fun.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different at times, but it is a good laugh. Jam says Trossard played the first half for Belgium, and he didn't offer much. Got hooked at half time. Hopefully, he gets a rest for the head of the City game. Yeah, so do I. I'm glad he didn't do too much because I wouldn't want him to get injured. He's a key starter for us right now. Ace says Talk Sport during the week. Arsenal supporters were annoyed with their new third kit for next season, which is a sky blue purple. Yeah, I saw that. Bit odd. What I don't understand is traditionally always yellow and blue for years and years and years.
Yeah.
You know, I don't.
I'm not keen on it, Jess. I'm not keen on that one. It is annoying when they do. Don't get me wrong. We know Arsenal. They normally bring out 3 kits, but I mean the other one they had was the what was it? Was it the white and the red? Not the home one, but there was another one, and it was like someone was chucking paint. And that's how it looked like. Like it was all flicked up.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh, that was vile. And it was that one. We had the home one, and also I believe it was the black one. What you're wearing as well. I got to be honest with you. I quite like the black one. What you're wearing.
This one, yeah, it's like a very dark navy, bluey.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the traditional away colours of Arsenal, yellow and blue.
Yeah.
And this is what 4 years old or something like that. But that one you were on about, the white with the blue, red paint splatters on it, that was supposed to be replicate the old marble halls at Highbury. Well, they got that wrong because it should have been white and green. The marble halls were white and green, not white and bloody red. So they got that one totally wrong. And says, Jez, do you remember any memories from '66? No, I don't. I was not old enough at the time to remember watching football then, mate. I remember the 1970, first World Cup I really do remember. But I don't remember '66. A little bit before my time, that one, unfortunately. James says, evening, mate. Even just Anthony Aussie back in Brazil. Okay. But basically, I'm just hopefully we're going to have a good game of football and there'll be goals. Yeah. That's all I'm hoping. Mama's in the chat. Evening, Mama. Hope you're well. We beat City Emirates. Jam says we beat City at the Emirates without Saka. We did.
We did.
1-0. Yeah. Even Mammy, a lovely prick.
Oh, God. He did one of me as well. You'll have to watch it. I can't remember what it was. I think it was called because obviously being down in the south, down south, he called it the straw chewing Gooner or something like that. I was called the straw chewing Gooner. It was something like that with a tractor. But if he might bring it up again if he does it.
It's funny. I love how he comes up with all these different things.
Yeah.
Dow says, "Don't play Saka. This Brazil game means fuck all. He's injured, mate. He's not in the squad anymore. He was sent back to Arsenal. Turned up at St George's, the England training camp, and apparently had a reoccurrence of his injury, and he was sent back to Arsenal for rehabilitation. That was Thursday, I think. Was it something like Thursday? Something like that.
It was Thursday, yeah.
Mama says, evening at Jez is a prick. Yeah, love it. Morning, Mama. Yeah. Can't make it up. Here we are. There it is. There it is. I'll come to it. Hang on. There it is. Acer says City will destroy Arsenal in 2 weeks' time. Hope not. There you go. There it is. The straw chewing Gooner.
Drive a tractor.
Who are?
Yeah, that was the one. That was funny, that one. And we actually decided, they say, hey, Ant, if you was actually to do your own show, why not call it that? So we may have given an ideal there. I don't know. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Who are?
You are.
Mhm.
But I don't like cider. I don't drink cider.
You don't?
No, I can't. No.
I'm not keen on cider, mate, to be honest with you. Guna ER says, "What's Isaac? What's the point?" I think he's a decent player myself. I think he'll cause dramas. He's big. He's, a bit naughty with defences. So
Yeah.
that's my view. Arsenal, Isaac, 12 goals thus far this season for Newcastle, 10 last season. Yeah, I agree. I want a 25-plus goal scorer.
Yeah.
But are we going to get one? I don't know. Is Ivan Toney going to be that man? I don't know.
I wouldn't mind this guy who's playing up front for England tonight, Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, no, I'd go for him.
I mean, you think of it. Yeah, you think of it. What's he got so far? Is it 8? It's like 18 goals, 10 assists, something like that so far this season, or 16. He's either 18 or 16 goals he got this so far. So I think he's really doing well. But they've already slapped a £75 million price tag on Ollie Watkins, and for Douglas Luiz, because there is talks that Arsenal, Man City are in for him next season. They've slapped £100 million on Douglas Luiz. So
Really?
yeah, they have, yeah.
Yeah, true. Arsenal managers at Jaminho. The season ain't over yet, though. The players are out on the pitch. They're just changing over their, whatever you call them flag things. He may approach 20 goals. Anima says, I put Isaac over Tony as a footballer, but Tony might be more consistent in terms of goal scoring. That's the big ask, though, isn't it? That is the big ask. We do. Yeah. I mean, I agree. We need a 20+ a year goal scorer. We ain't got that. That's proven.
No.
Proven.
There ain't many. Do you know what, Jez? There ain't many strikers that's getting 20 goals a season now. Even in the leagues abroad, every striker is struggling to score 20 goals for some particular reason.
Yeah, that is a fact. DJ, good to see you, mate. DJ Crane, big up, Jez Herbert. Hope you guys are well. Yeah, all good here, mate. All good. Mate. And where's Carl's in the house? Carl Rossi. Good to see you, Carl. I knew this was coming. I knew this one. Mala says you can keep your hands off Isaac. I knew Mama was going to comment on that one. Danny, big up DJ Crane. Legends in the house. A lot more people in than I thought it was going to be tonight, actually. The straw chewing Guna. I drive a tractor. There you go, mate. There you go. Do you actually live in the whereabouts is it Devon way or?
No. It's actual Bristol where I live, because Devon from here is like an hour and a half drive. So I live smack bang in the pretty much if I was to drive here now from here to Bristol city centre, it most probably take me about 20-25 minutes to drive it. So I was actually born. Trouble is, though, you've got two parts of Bristol. You've got the south side and the north side. Yeah. I originate from the south side, but the south side is the Bristol city side. The north side is the Bristol Rovers. So now I've moved from the south. I've moved up the north, and obviously we got all the gases, the Bristol Rovers fans up here. And I can't. Well, I don't understand a word they're on about, to be honest with you. So.
I'm trying to think. What's the name of that bloody bridge? Oh Christ! It is Bristol, isn't it? You got that bridge.
Yeah. And then obviously, as you go on further up and all that, you've got the bridge. Obviously, there it takes you from Bristol going over to Wales. Yeah. So. Is that? But it's amazing how quite close Bristol and Wales are, quite close to one another. Because when you go to the other end of Wales, if you go out towards Wrexham end, that's pretty much on the outskirts of Liverpool. And they call them. I think what they do. I think the people in Liverpool, they call them, if I'm not mistaken, plastic scousers. I think they call them. Right? So that's what they call them. Yeah.
Fair play, man. Fair play. Okay. I have beaten Wrexham once when we got beaten in the FA Cup.
God. Yeah. Tell me about it.
Remember
And then
it?
a few years after that, which I believe, which was George Graham's, I think it may have been his last season in charge. If you remember, we lost 2-0 to Millwall.
We did.
Kennedy scored the winning goal, and after the season after he scored that winning goal, he signed for Liverpool.
That's
That
right.
Kennedy guy.
Ray
So
Kennedy.
yeah, I've had the piss ripped out of me between Wrexham and Millwall over the years, and obviously Naeem from the halfway line. So
No,
you know, I've
Commons
I've
Cup.
had it all, Jez. Hence the grey hair, the grey.
I ain't got none.
No, see, this is what it is being an Arsenal fan. You're either going to get grey hair or you're going to be pulling your hair out. So you know, definitely.
Just to say, the game has kicked off. So, are you watching on Channel 4?
I watch it on Channel 4, yeah, but I think I might be behind you, Jez.
It's the time slot, Bristol.
Yeah, I'm in Bristol time. I'm on 1 minute 20.
Oh yeah, I'm on 1:52 now.
Oh,
So-
right. So I'm 30 seconds behind you then.
About 30 seconds, isn't it?
Yeah.
On there. So we've got Harry Kane, 31 leagues this season, league goals and counting. He's a natural world-class goal scorer, probably the best in the world at the moment, scores all sorts, and he's intelligent. Yeah, and you know, when we come to face the Bayern Munich, he's going to be up for it. You know
Oh,
that.
definitely.
Supposedly, he's out of the England squad due to injury. How true that is, I'm not sure, because it's only a friendly, and I'm sure a lot of these players like pull out because they just think, well, it's only a friendly. I'm not that interested in it.
No.
So Danny says I'm on 0-20 seconds. I was unlucky actually from Foden.
Almost probably get to that in a minute, Jez. Yeah, I think he's given him. I mean, you've got Gallagher there, plays for Chelsea. He's in the team as well, isn't he? So
yeah. England has a very good squad, to be fair, from Danny.
we have. I mean, the show what I stream on, Gunners from All Corners, we got that Brazilian guy on there, Morley, and him and Matt, they did a show on this game. I think it was around about Tuesday, Wednesday night.
I watched it. I watched. I didn't watch all of it. I saw some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a bit of it, and he was talking about the midfield, the key for England, because he reckons that we've got a hell of a lot better midfield than what Brazil's got. And he said your strikers as well, because obviously we're thinking Harry Kane was going to play back then, like, you know, come back a few days ago. Obviously he's not, he's injured, but he did actually say that his prediction was 2-1 England. He did actually say that because he said we haven't got that standard now with Brazil. He said we've still got good players.
He's not an Arsenal fan, is he?
What, Marley? Oh, Matt, no, he's a Man United fan, Matt. But Marley, yeah, he's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, I know Marley is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, free kick. There you go. Animus says Oshman.
That's not a bad signing. That'd be a good signing. That's a person that I would like at Arsenal as well. There's also talks for what's that team in Germany? Bayern Leverkusen. It was Boniface, a striker called Boniface that plays up front for them. Apparently, he's the third highest goal scorer in the Bundesliga. Apparently so. So you know, but obviously you've got to think with these strikers, if you do sign them, you haven't got them for a whole month because obviously come January they go to the African Cup of Nations look. So within 4 weeks you can miss. It's 4 or 5 games they're going to miss straight away, and not that's vital points in 4 or 5 games. So
I don't know. Is it this guy, Opamenda?
No, Oshman is one of them. He plays up front for Napoli. He signed him a new contract, but he does want to come over to the English Premier League and play. He's a very good striker. If anybody can score 20 goals for Arsenal, it'd be him. I'll tell you that now.
Okay. Trouble is, I don't watch enough European League football.
No.
I mean, Lee does, you do, Steve, obviously Strasbourg, Steve-O does.
Yeah.
He's my go-to guy because, you know, I remember him showing me once in his room. He's got like all these computer monitors everywhere. And he's watching all these bloody games. And I said, how do you do it? He said, well, I just listen to the one where you get suddenly like a roar, or you get the commentators jumping up and down. You know, there's a goal scored.
Yeah.
So big respect to him for doing that.
Yeah.
Because
I could do that, Jez. I mean, he's watching 3 or 4 games. Like, you know, he'll pick out the 3 or 4 best games, and then he's there. I mean, obviously, he's talking like how we are now, and obviously looking through the comments, and then he's looking at that screen, and there's that one, then there's that one. His head's everywhere. And I can remember he was doing that when he first started streaming. Do you remember the flashing lights? It was like a disco.
Yeah. Yes, I do remember that. The first time he ever came on my show, which would be getting on for 2 years. He had those lights going, pulsing away, and it was quite therapeutic. Actually, I said to him, "How do you concentrate with them bleeding lights on?" I'd be falling asleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, "Ooh, put you to sleep." But he's a top Strasbourg.
I'll have to get out of that room. I'll have to walk out after being in that room for so long. I'll have to get out and get caught. Bloody hell, my head's going now. It's like I'll be having flashing lights, you know, constantly in my eyes all the time. So, but yeah, I mean, he's a good guy. Good, does good show, good content. He does know his stuff when it comes to you know, obviously teams playing abroad. You know, that's a fact. And but yeah, I mean, like going back to when you first streamed your first show, I mean, obviously I sent that to you because I went all the way back on YouTube. And I tell you what, the number of shows that I had to flick back through to get to your very first show. And I'll be honest with you, it says on there that was April the 4th.
Yeah.
April the 4th, 2022.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's 2 things that I got in common was Jez's program and my birthday.
Oh, yes, of course it is.
April the 4th.
Yeah, I remember that first night I did that. Because I'd been on Lee's show, and I said to Lee a few days before, Gracie May had set the channel up for me, bless her, and I said I'm going to go. I think it was 9 o'clock. I said I was going to go live that night, and he said, "Oh, we're doing a podcast. I think it was something like that." And he said, "Right, good luck." He said, "Yeah, and all that." He said, "You'll be fine." And I was crapping myself, right? Really was. I've never done it on my own before. And the bugger he sent out, he was doing something, I can't remember what he was. And he sent all these people over. So I'm expecting like 3 or 4 people, maybe. And all of a sudden there's like 100, 200, 300. And I'm like, oh man, what, really? And I think I got about 200 and 300 subs in the first night. And I was like, whoa, I can't handle this. You know, scary as shit. It really was.
Yeah. I think, was it I think, if I remember correctly, I think it was like within the first, I think, was it the 3 months or 4 months you were streaming? Yeah. You was literally over 1.5K.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
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 I was like, bloody hell. But it's like what I said, other people were like, obviously Arsenal fans, they were doing their own shows and streaming. They got all of your content. And they turned around, literally, I can remember watching them. They said, look, just plug into Jez's new channel, Arsenal History and More, with Arsenal History, good content, good panelists on there, you know, and everybody was picking you up, like, you know, and then that was when we were all subscribing to your channel then. So, but no, it's been good. It's been
fun. I mean, of course, along the journey, you do get some idiots. Of course, you do.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen one of them for a while now. It's a good month he hasn't been around.
Well, he would.
Yeah, he ain't been here. So,
Mm.
don't know what's happened to him. Arsenal's Manic says, Jez, do you understand? Do you still stand by Arteta being sacked if we fail to win any trophies this season? Some people suggesting context. What context? Close but no cigar. No, mate, if he don't win, he's got to go. I'm
Yeah.
not flip. If he doesn't win the Premier League or the Champions League, he's got to go. He's had his time. He's had the money, right? He's had everything he's wanted, like a petulant little child. So at the end of the day, if you're in it to win it, yeah. So if he hasn't won anything, go.
Yeah.
Get somebody that can do something with all that money spent. Yeah, I understand what people tell me. He plays great football, or the team. Well, we didn't at the start of the season, did we? We were bloody shit because he started piss. This ain't this. Oh no, this could be naughty. No, good. Yeah, that needed a goal there. But the fact remains is that we were crap at the start of the season. I mean, putting Partey at bloody right back and things like that. I mean, what was that about?
Yeah, I know.
Shit, man.
I think he where was it we signed him from? Atletico Madrid, wasn't it? And I think Diego Simeone, I think he if their right back was injured, that was where he actually played Thomas Partey. In right back, if their star right back was injured. Then I gotta be honest with you. I think their right back at that time, I think was Trippier at Atletico Madrid. So obviously, when he was injured, Partey had to take over and play right back. But it's like what I said. I mean, obviously, he's been out injured all this season, and look how brilliantly we've done without him. So it makes me think. I think he's going to be one of the players that's going to leave at the end of this season. Partey.
He'd be gone. He'd be gone.
He'd definitely be gone.
Excuse me one moment.
Everybody judges left and that. I'm going to see if I can bring up any of the comments if you're in there. If you want to ask some questions.
Sorry.
I was just going to go through your question.
Right.
I was going to bring out some questions. That's all.
I do go and blow my nose. I've got a bit of the sniffles at the moment. It's really annoying. Luke says, I agree, Jez. Thing is, if you keep getting close but not getting over the line, you would have to say he hasn't quite got it. Exactly. It's all very well playing great, sexy-looking football like we did under Wenger, but the fact is, under Wenger, we won stuff. Oh, smacked his own player in the back there. Let's just replay of that. The thing is that there has to come a point in time in any situation. If you continually can't get it over the line, then you got to go.
That's right. I was saying, do you know what? I had my haircut today, and the guy who was cutting my hair, we were just chatting. We were chatting about a little bit about this game. He said, "Oh, what are you doing later on?" I said, "Well, I'm going to be watching the England-Brazil game." So anyway, we got to start talking into football, and the guy that was cutting my hair was an Arsenal fan, and so obviously we got chatting about the Arsenal, and he said, "Oh, what do you think then?" And I said, "Well, we've had good wins under our belts." I said, the goals we've scored. I said, you think of it. I said, that's 30 odd goals now in like 7 games we scored. He said, yeah. I said to him, but I said, if we don't win the league, I said, all this that we've been doing now, I said, it means nothing. I said, Mikel Arteta, I said, I don't think we're going to win the Champions League. Yes, I don't think we got the depth for that alone, letting in the squad to win it. Right. But I said to him, he's got to win the Premier League. I said, personally, I want the Premier League. I said, if he doesn't get it, I said, he should be gone. He should be sacked. And he made me a coffee before this and that. He's cutting my hair. He said, well, I'll let you know. He said, I support Arsenal. I like Mikel Arteta. He's the guy for us. He said, he's going to get us somewhere. I said, "What, this season?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "If not this season, definitely next." And I said, "Well, how long do you want to give him?" I said, "Because, all fairness, I said he's had 750 million he's spent so far since being manager." I said, "Next season," I said, "if he's there and we win nothing this season," I said, "he would have spent his first £1 billion
Yeah.
at Arsenal next season." I said, "And if he don't win anything that season after spending £1 billion," I said, "you're telling me he'd be there for the remainder of the season after that and after that again?" He said, "Yeah, he would." I said, "No." I said, "If I was the Arsenal chairman now," I said, "Sorry, mate, you've had £1 billion. We've won one trophy in FA Cup. You're gone." And he said, "I got to tell you something." He said, "Just remember one thing." He said, "I am cutting your hair." And I turned around and I went, "Yeah." I said, "That's fine." I said, "If you fuck it up," and I said, "I'm not paying."
At least you weren't having a proper wet shave with the old cutthroat.
Exactly. He did ask me. Funny enough, he asked me, "Would you like a wet shave?" I said, "No, you're all right."
Have you ever had one with a cutthroat blade? Have you ever had
Yes.
one?
Yeah, I have had one. Yeah, and they after that they put like they get a towel,
Yeah,
a hot
face,
towel,
yeah.
and and it's nice. Don't get me wrong. As soon as you walk out that, I had mine in the winter one time, and as soon as I walked out that barber's, fucking hell, the fresh air hits you, and your face, it just literally goes all cold. Obviously, because you've been in the warm, you've had a nice hot towel, shave, and all that. And do you know what? I thought that was bloody pricey back then. It was a haircut, a shave, and all that. I think you were talking around about 20. I think it was around about 25, 26 quid back then, all in. But this was going back a while ago. Now, to get a haircut, you're talking what? Like 20, £25 to have a bloody haircut now?
I do my own. I just get the clippers out, mate, and just go zip,
Do you know
zip.
what? I would do exactly the same. Once I got, well, I'm starting to thin out at the top here now. So, it's right there, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
So,
how I started, that is.
is it?
Yeah. I started going, I mean, when I was my younger, I was 18, I had hair
Yeah.
down about here. I had proper long hair. And it was proper thick as well. It's only I got to about 42-ish. It started, the old fringe started to go back. Then it started to go exactly how my granddad did. Exactly the guy. I very much follow my granddad on my mother's side of the family. The only difference was he was 6'3". I'm not, but build wise, very similar. And he went, apparently, my mum told me he was bald pretty much bald at the age of 40, 42. So I obviously follow him in that respect. But the one I had one of them wet shave things with a cutthroat, and it's the best shave you'll ever get in your life.
Yeah.
If you use a brand new Gillette, whatever, that's the thing about Gillette shaves, razors. They don't last as long.
No, they don't. After about 10 shaves, you've got to throw them away.
Yeah, they're bloody expensive as well.
Yeah.
Carl Walker's going off. He's injured by the looks of it. Proper wet shave. I've actually got somewhere, God knows where it is. It was my granddad's proper cutthroat razor.
Yeah.
That was when he died. That was given to me. I've got it somewhere. God knows where. I've never used it, but yeah, when I had it done, I was thinking, oh, I hope this bloke don't slip. It's like, you know what I mean? When he's sharpening it on, he's sharpening it on the old leather strap.
Leather strap, yeah.
Like, oh wow! And I'm like, ooh, it's good though. I have to say.
No, it's good. I mean, when I had mine done, like a fit, then he was like going, and they really go in, don't they? They really go into the skin, like sort of thing. And I'm there, and I thought, right, I'm gonna have to lean back and just shut my eyes, and I don't know, just think of something else just to take my mind off it, like sort of thing. I gotta be honest with you, it's like what you said. It was one of the best shaves. Well, it was the best shave I ever had.
There's actually a barber shop. It's been in a couple of 3 years now. Opened up at my local pub. And one of the guys there last year, it was in the summertime. I was going to the shop, and I had an Arsenal shirt on. He went, "All right, Gunner," and I went, "All right, mate." He said, "Oh yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan," and I went, "All right, nice one." Chatting to him,
Yeah.
really, really nice fella he is. I saw him this afternoon actually. He went, "All right." He calls me Gunner. He goes, "All right,
Yeah.
Gunner," and I'm all right, mate, and everything. And he said, I said, "I see you do the old proper Turkish wet shaves, what you want to call them." He said, "Yeah, yeah." Oh, I said, "I might have to pop in for one of them." He said, he said, "Yeah, come in, mate. You'll be fine with me." He said, "It'd be different if you're a Spurs fan." He said, it might slip. I was like, I think he charges about 11 quid or something for a proper,
Oh, that
proper.
ain't bad.
No, I think it's pretty good, really.
Yeah.
So I might actually pop in there this week and get one done,
Have one, yeah. Why not? Treat yourself, Jed, isn't it?
Yeah, well, at least I can trust him. He's an Arsenal fan, so that's all right.
Yeah.
Carl's in the house. Hi, mate. Big up you two legends. I'm currently in hospital watching this. Yeah, get well, Kyle. I know you're having some issues, mate, with your leg. Thank you, guys. You don't realise that all your content is getting me through tough times here. I will be back soon, please, God. Yeah, you will. We'll be seeing you again soon, fella. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we miss you, bro. And get well soon. Yeah, take your time. Just get yourself well. Yeah, and big love to you, man.
Yeah.
I know you've had a bit of a rough time of it.
Yeah, get well soon, Kyle.
Yeah, get well soon, bro. Danny says, facts at Anima. Anima, the Germans buried them badly and they haven't really. Yeah, that World Cup final. Do you remember that? The Germans destroyed them. Do you remember? 7-1. That
7-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one before. It was in Brazil as well, wasn't it? It was in Brazil.
It was in Brazil, yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah. Well, yeah, it was a good game that. World Cup was that?
Oh, excuse me. Well, 2022. So that would have been 2018, wouldn't it?
18. Is it
Right?
2018? Yeah, it would be, yeah, because it's 4 years. Yeah, 18, yeah, because it's every 4 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2018, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
It's the Olympics this year, isn't it? Is it the Olympics in Paris this year?
I think it is, yeah. Yeah, it is the Olympics, yeah. I did actually read something about the Olympics. It did ping up on my thing, yeah, so I think it is this year, yeah. But what World Cup was that? They were on stupid times in the morning. Oh, what was it? It was literally in the morning. It was like some games kick off at something like 6 o'clock in the morning. I can remember it was an England game and I couldn't get the bloody day off work.
Oh, was that the one in Korea?
I think it may have been, yeah. Yeah, it may have been one, yeah. And it was stupid at stupid times like 6, 5 o'clock in the morning. Well, this game started at around about, I think it's about 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that. It was just the first game. And I watched it and then I thought, oh fuck it. Oh, if I go in late, I'll go in late. And I went into work after and it turned out I think I was like 20 minutes late getting in because I watched the game, watched the interviews and that after the game and that. I was like, yeah, done that. My boss, fucking hell, he gave me a massive ball. Why are you late? Oh, don't tell me why you're late. He said, you've been watching the fucking World Cup in because you couldn't get the time off. I said, well, there you go, isn't it? It's once every 4 years. He turned around and said to me, you're the fucking 10th guy that's come in today late because of the World Cup. I was like, oh, right.
Well, if he was a decent boss, what he'd have done, he would have said, right, I know this game's on, boys. Come in at 9:30 or whatever, but you got to work till 6 tonight.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's in the summertime, so the hours, the daylight's there.
Yeah. I can remember the last World Cup we had. That was on the same night as we had our Christmas do, and bloody hell, we were watching the game. We were all pissed up. We were playing rugby scrums in the pub. Went out for we had a meal, and it was just one of those. It was like a proper builder's work day. That was what it was. That was what it was. And I can remember I had a black eye because we were playing rugby scrums, and I don't know. He was talking to one of my mates, and as we went 3-2-1 scrum, we got up, and as I leant forward like that, he moved out of the way. Well, I literally fell forward, and I smacked the side of my face on the corner of the bar in the pub.
Yeah.
And fucking hell, I had a massive black eye. It was you can actually see it on a show. A few times on the show, I was on there with a massive black eye. People questioned me, where'd you get that from?
Come on, mate. The wife smacked you. We all know. We all know.
Yeah, well, that was what they said. They took the piss out of me. Said, "Yeah, his missus smacked him," but no, it's seriously, it was we were playing rugby scrums in the bar because when you got like, it's not just necessarily builders. When you got like your mates in the pub and all that, you've had a few beers, you're having a laugh and a joke. Sometimes somebody comes out and says, "Oh, I tell you what, I got a game we can play. We can play rugby scrums." Yeah, all right then. Yeah, come on, let's do it.
It can get a bit late. I'll tell you the worst, though. I'll tell you the worst, right? They say blokes, right? The worst lot in the world on a night out are a load of women.
Yeah.
When they've had a few, mate, you don't want to get involved.
No.
You're in trouble, man. Craig says, what a disgrace, the FA allowing St. George flag to be defaced. Someone should be sacked. I have a 66 England training top. The colours are nothing like it. Do they think we are all thick? Yeah, we mentioned this. I don't know. They obviously sanctioned it. The FA sanctioned it. So I don't know really what to say. Henry Baker says, Harry is never a captain, and neither is the other Harry. There you go. Fact. Yeah. Now,
Harry Maguire or something. Okay.
Harry Maguire. Sorry, let's go back. Harry, I think you talk about Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's sad news yesterday about Princess Kate, Princess of Wales, wasn't it? About the cancer.
I didn't know that, Jess. I haven't heard. No, I didn't hear that news. No, but yeah, it is sad. No, I didn't hear that. No, sad news. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, she had stomach surgery, abdominal surgery, back in January, just after Christmas time. And apparently, they said they thought it was non-cancerous, but then they found it was. So they removed the tumour, but she's now having preemptive chemo to kill off any other phlebob, cells or whatever.
Cells and that, yeah.
And the abuse she's had, that lady, in social media, the press, those I'll tell you what, some of those press people should be taken out and fucking shot. She's had, I mean, she's got 3 young kids, right? Well, she put that picture out on Mother's Day, and people said it had been photoshopped and blah, blah, and all this bullshit. Man, honestly, this world, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, they like to, with the press and that, they like to put any old shit in, don't they, and that sort of thing. I don't know what is there a way that she can most probably take the papers or anything like that to court? If she wanted to?
If it's defamatory, I think probably, but I haven't read what they saying for weeks and weeks. They were basically saying all kinds of shit about. I watched a program on it last night that there was some people saying that the marriage was on the rocks and this, that, and the other, and this, that. Why do people have to do these things when they have no facts at all? They don't know what's going on, and then it comes out the poor woman's got, had a tumour which has been removed, don't know whereabouts from, and they're now treating her for a preemptive chemo to get rid of any other possible cancerous cells. I mean, it's disgusting, man. Disgusting.
It is. I mean, you're going on that, that chat about cancer, and it was the Sven Goran Eriksson game today with Liverpool and Ajax,
Yeah,
and I think Ajax. When I check, I think Ajax was 1-0 up, and then I think they come back and won it, like the legends in that. And I was just catching the last bit of it on the news, and they were doing an interview with Sven just before this game. And but I mean, obviously that's sad news about him. Obviously, they said he's got like a year to live.
yeah,
But fair sight for Liverpool Football Club
yeah.
to do that on his behalf. Fantastic. And I think it's sad. I mean, no one lives forever. But like when you're someone you grew up like as a manager watching them, even footballers. We've all watched, and sadly they've all passed on with like illnesses and stuff like that. You always feel sad no matter what.
True, very true. Yeah, I said that when they first announced it. This guy, I said, this guy here, he's a bit good, isn't he? Fucking hell.
What's that, the Brazilian?
Yeah, jeez.
Well, the Paqueta in the midfield for West Ham, he's playing in this one today.
The Quetta.
Yeah,
Mm.
he's playing in midfield. That'd be a lovely player. That a lovely good player. That Arsenal, if Arsenal could get him next season, that'd be fantastic. Or that what's the other one? Kudos, in it. That
Kudos.
Oh, he's brilliant. He turned us down. He went to West Ham, and we offered more. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Now this guy here, this Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Apparently, Arsenal have looked at him as well.
Yes, I've read that as well. Trouble is, though, it's like what you said. We've been linked to every bloody, player in Europe, whether it's over in, they call them like over America, like South America leagues, North America leagues, but they don't end up coming at the end. It's just transfers and speculations. Everybody sees about the obviously with the Brazilian players, because obviously they still got their links with Eddie, but. I mean, there is one that I wouldn't mind them signing. He plays for Fluminense over there. Andre. He plays as a defensive midfielder, and they valued him at 30 million. And when you've actually watched games on there, don't get me wrong, I know it's a different league and that, but he's good. But if he comes over to the Premier League, there's chances of saying that if he might be going to Fulham. But he wants to go. He wants to stay in London. He wants to play for a team in London. But Fulham might go in for him. But listen, if he goes into to Fulham, and I can see some of the top teams going in for him the season after, if he does go to Fulham, he's a tiny little player.
The thing is with Arsenal, though, is with Edu and his links. We know what his links are. We can get a player for 3, but no, we'll pay him 3 million for the player because it's all. Oh, that's a terrible shot. What's that about? To keep. Oh, off the post. Oh, Christ, ping pong. To keep good relations. I mean, come on, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. And George Graham got done for all that sort of nonsense.
Well, he did. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I think there's a different way now when they're trying to scout talent. Apparently, that there's no. When Edu first come to Arsenal, obviously to work in the board, his first job, he sacked every single one of our scouts. He sacked every single one of them. And then what they do they call it. What do they call it now? Scouting is like social media scouting, where they just go onto the YouTubes or whatever, types of players' names in, and then they watch him on there. And it don't make sense to me because I prefer the old way when you actually send out scouts to these countries watching these games, and then they can come back and give you the information. Do you know what I mean? But
But
they're not
you-
there just watching that game. They're watching the training. They're watching everything that
yeah,
goes on with this player. This modern technology thing, this social media scouting is absolute bollocks.
but it was back in the day when David Dean and that lot, Sir Peter Hill, we used to have scouts like under Wenger's time. Wenger obviously had the inroad to all the French teams and the French national teams, youth teams, etc.
Yeah.
We used to have scouts in South America, Brazil, Argentina, and other places. Actually, they're what, as you just said, watching training, watching the youth teams, watching the players at the game, where you're going to get more out of that than watching statistical load of bullshit on YouTube. You know,
Yeah.
we all know stats can be manipulated and changed which way, whatever you want it to go. That's why I don't believe in I don't pay any attention to stats.
I don't
Sorry.
judge. No, I'm not a stat man. All I go on. If you're a striker, all I go on is goals. Maybe obviously goals, assists, and if you put 100% on that pitch, fair enough. That's me.
There's a lot of people. I was watching a channel, maybe I can't remember which channel it was now, and it was guys. There's a guy in there from America, and he's actually a statistician, right? That is his. He was in the army, and he did all that sort of stuff, and then he's now actually a statistician in life. I said, it's all very well. You can sit here and quote me every stat in the world that you know about. That's fine. The fact remains, is the player any good?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Does he actually, in his position on the pitch, do his job? That's all there is. Doesn't mean anything that this guy ran this, is XG, X this, X that. I'm not interested. I want to know if he's any good.
Good. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same. If he's any good, I mean, you look at it. I mean, you look at a defender. What's his marking like? You know, can he make a pass? Can he basically head the ball? How many times do you see centre backs now not heading the ball because people's been said now, or certain people said heading the ball now is dangerous. I mean, you look at years ago when people used to bloody head the ball and it was made out of bloody, what was it, pigskin. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, I bet anybody who headed that ball had I bet he had a real fucking headache after heading that ball. Do you know what I mean?
I remember when I was a kid, the ball was 16 ounces, 1 pound at the start of the game.
Yeah.
If you were playing on a cold winter's day, the pitch was wet, right? You'd avoid everything to head that ball, because I can remember being in, young kid level, and you'd come off and you see the bloody laces on the front of your forehead if you got it wrong, right? And you'd know you've hit that ball's hit you on the bloody head. I mean, you watch games from the late 60s, 70s, right? Old classic football matches when the pitches, you remember how the pitches were like ploughed fields in the winter, and you see those players. I mean, there's cases of there's a guy who used to play for West Bromwich Albion, Jeff Astle, one of the players who went down with dementia, and they put it down to the fact the way heading those footballs constantly, because they weren't. By the end of the game, that football wasn't a pound; it was more like 2 bloody pound. Because being
all the wet,
it absorbed all the bloody water.
Yeah.
And so you'd know about it. Mama Flossie's got it right. Yeah, Will Stewart, Spurs fan. That's the man. Stats, facts, figures, but can't tell you whether the player's any good or not. Arsenal Manic says, yes, this Rodrigo guy is, he looks very good, actually.
Yeah, he is good.
Apparently Arsenal are looking at him.
Yeah, I think, who was it, done it? I think it was, I might be wrong by saying this, and people might correct me in the chats. Do you remember when you was on my show with Josh True Gunner, going back about
Oh
three
yeah,
weeks ago?
yeah. That's a good show. That. Mm.
Yeah, I think he was the one that did it on his show.
I know Lee mentioned it today on his one of his streams today. He was talking about it. As Luke says, Newcastle have some fantastic players. Gomeres is excellent. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It could be an Arsenal raid on Newcastle, Mama. Just saying.
Did you hear about that, Jess? Do you know their star defender, Botman? He's out for 9 months because he needs surgery on his knee.
Oh
And he's
really?
out for yes, Botman, he's out for 9 months. Now, you're telling me from next season, yeah, they're going to have to buy a centre back of that caliber if they want to do anything next season, Newcastle, and obviously buy more additions into obviously to improve the squad. But having him out, bloody hell, what a blow that is for Newcastle.
True, very true. Yeah, but they're another one, aren't they? Oh Christ, nearly a goal. They're another one where you've got to be aware of this financial fair play palaver, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I mean, all the obviously, he's happened to get his team now, hasn't it? Is it 4 points? Forest has got deducted. Nottingham Forest, they got deducted
Yeah,
4 points.
Yeah.
So they got their points deducted. But apparently, FFP was knocking on every single one of their doors. Like literally about to, they were even going to knock on Arsenal's door at one time, going back this season, because where we couldn't sell the players, it was just easier if you can't sell them, which Arsenal actually used their heads there, was to ship them out on loan because of the wages. Because obviously, because you've got to level your books out in every 3 seasons, your books has got to be leveled, and then they just managed to do it in time. But I can remember, like, even I was guilty of seeing it on stream, saying, "Oh, why the bloody hell are we like, why are we loaning them out? Why didn't we sell them? Take a cut price and sell them this, that, and the other." But it was because some of the teams, they weren't interested in buying them. They just wanted them on loan because the teams that we loaned them to, yeah, they didn't have the depth in their squad, so it was just easier to loan them out, done with their wages, which the other team, obviously, when they went out on loan, that team would pay their wages, and that's what leveled our books outlook. So, do you know what I mean? But then again, you think of it, Man City, 115 charges, nothing happens to them, but they've got the money to buy the real, they get like a solicitor, a lawyer involved, top lawyer, which is going to cost them top dollar, which they got the money for. And that's what they mean. They don't get charged on these charges then, look.
I think it's all that bullshit myself, personally. I
I
really
think
do.
scrap it, get done with it. FFP, it's pointless. It's proven it's pointless, and even if you don't obey by it, what's the maximum that's going to happen? You just lose 10 points, like Everton. You lose 10 points, and then obviously you got to get rid of some players. But before financial fair play came in, if you remember, it was either teams that either had to start with a minus certain points at the start of the season, or they weren't allowed to sign any players for that season.
That's right. That's what happened to Chelsea. They had a 2-year ban, didn't they? Transfer
Yeah, that's
ban.
right. Yeah. I think they should do it. They should just put. I always find all these new rules that comes in are crap. They're better off with the old rules how it used to be.
Yeah, I think it just overcomplicates things. Seriously, it always was the story. As long as you didn't go into financial difficulties, that it didn't matter. Now it's just so complicated, and I'm just thinking, why? It's like making the game with some of these stupid new laws they bring in, especially VAR and the offside law, which I think is absolutely ridiculous the way they manage it. But that's the way it is, unfortunately. That's the way the game's gone.
Yeah.
It's just ludicrous. Mama says, all good at Henaguna. I have my granddaughter staying, so I'm happy. Well, good luck to you, Mama, if you've got a house full of kids and your doggies. Good luck with that one.
Yeah.
Henry Goodness says, all good at Luke James. Hope you are too. Yeah, it's all good chat here at the moment. Sorry, missed that one. Start again. Luke says, should a striker be mainly judged on scoring goals? Nowadays, they go on about hold-up play. Yeah, I mean, just to me, a striker's job. Well, apparently, somebody once told me last year, I beg your pardon. Strikers, their job now is not to score goals. Really?
That was this year. I know. I got a funny feeling. I know who told you that. I reckon, but where he got it from, it was a guy that actually come out and said that on my show, on the show I do on Sundays on that Premier League weekend show, and the guy actually said the striker's job now is not to score any goals. So I debated that, and I said, right, so if it's a striker's job not to score goals, you're going to come out and say next, you're going to tell me his defender's job's not to bloody defend. And he went, well, yeah, maybe. I was like, oh, mate, shut up, go away.
It's nonsense.
It is nonsense.
What's the goalkeeper's job then? Not to stop goals?
Not to stop goals. But now they're looking at it a different way now. A goalkeeper, what they're looking at it now, right? They're looking at it as a goalkeeper now, it's got to be quicker on his feet, yeah, than less quicker with his hand reflections. So, do you know what I mean? It don't make sense. But I mean, we've talked about it. I've been talking about it, and I've heard it on shows. Just obviously the argument between Ramsdale and Raya, and obviously everybody's got entitled to their own opinion between the both and that sort of thing. To me, Raya is quicker in the box than Ramsdale. Raya's more quicker on his feet, but I know he did well in the penalty shootout, Raya, against Porto. He did brilliant. You can't fault him with that, and he did fantastic. But for me, I just feel that Ramsdale just edges it on the vital saves.
I personally think, if you ask my personal opinion on it, I prefer David Raya personally.
Yeah,
I think he commands his box better. I think his the ball distribution is better. I don't dislike Ramsdale at all, but I think at times he does lack concentration. He's admitted it, but we'll see that. Top Gun Mavericks on Channel 4 tonight. I've never seen the film actually.
He's on shit after this game on Channel 4.
Is it? I might watch it then. I haven't seen it.
It's a good film. It's a good film. That Val Kilmer was in the first one. Do you remember him, Val Kilmer, in the first one? Yeah. But he's in the second one. He's got a cameo in it, but he had throat cancer, didn't he? Val Kilmer. And when he talks in the film, I think there's something there. You can actually see it when he talks like that. He's got to press something, and obviously where you can hear his voice. So it is that in the film. But he did say that he would like to have a part in it. So obviously Tom Cruise gave him a part in the film, which obviously fair play to him.
Yeah, fair play to that. Henry Ray Baker says, I think we should stop having friendlies at internationals, as it serves no good. When is the football governing bodies going to wise up and stop increasing tournaments and stuff? Players are not robots. I mean, I totally agree. What is the point of these friendlies? What is the point? It's nothing to do with qualifying. The other night, last night, when it was, Wales played Finland. That was a qualifying game. Wales won 4-1. So I get that. I understand that. Right, but why are we playing friendlies?
It didn't make sense, Jez. I actually said on Sunday on Early Doors' show, I said what they should have done. I said regarding the friendlies, I said there should be no England friendlies. What it should be, we should be concentrating on the Premier League. I said get that over with. As you know, Jez, the finals, Champions League, Europa League, and also the FA Cup final. I said get all of that out the way. Then start introducing the friendlies and then we can go to the Euros or the World Cup or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That would be better. I mean, this could have been a vital game tonight. What I was talking about earlier. If Saka was playing and he caught somebody tackled him and caught him wrong, he could be out. And this is what people don't think. I mean, they don't have that in the rules of rugby. I mean, you have you have all different players that plays in the rugby team, and they play for England. But the club, like Bristol Bears and all that, they still play their games. And the players that then go to international duty, they play the rugby games at home, sort of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So the games are constantly continuing. So maybe that's something that I see something that maybe football should do, but I don't think they should, because obviously all your best players are gone now, and like for every other team, So, but yeah, these internationals pointless.
Well, he got this come this point in the season, right? It cost us last year, same time, roughly.
Yeah.
Right. We lost a couple of players out, and well, we know what happened. We didn't win the league, and to me, it's risking players for no worth.
Yeah.
Why do we need it? Why? What's the point? And it's as Hendon says at Henry Ray, football associations only see the money sign, and will do their utmost to push as many internationals to make money to the detriment of players' health. Fact.
Yeah, it is a fact.
Fact. That's it. Henry says, I totally agree, Hendon, the love of money rules. Yeah, it's just it's just pointless. Danny says Maguire dumb again. Yep, useless. Waste of space in my book. And
he's biased on that one. Southgate is so biased on. I mean, he's not playing at the minute. I ain't seen him, but I mean, he's even called up Jordan Henderson in the England team. I mean, what's that all about?
Yeah, true. Hendon says Henry Ray just hope more and more players will pull out of the international squads when it's meaningless friendlies. Yeah, I mean, exactly. if it's a friendly, right, Southgate or whoever, the FA, just basically play the youngsters, give them some experience. It's only a friendly. It doesn't matter. It's a friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah. End of the day, it's not a qualification thing. Seriously, it just frustrates the crap out of me. It really does.
It does me. I'd rather just get the bloody season over with, then start concentrating on the internationals, if you ask me.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, I know a lot of people love watching England play. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I've been flicking through the chat and talking to you, watching this game. It's not exactly brilliant.
No.
Really. I mean, Harry Maguire there. I mean, what is he doing? What is he doing? Dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hendon says, can't wait to see what will eventually happen to Man City with their FFP violations. Will the FA Premier League have the cajonas to finally punish them? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be
West Ham player, Paqueta. He was the one that hit the post.
Yeah, he was. There's a player for you, man. He was a player. That guy. That's a player.
The one that plays for Real Madrid. What's his name? Junior. Something Junior, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that, Jess. Ex-Arsenal player, Gilberto Silva.
Yeah, no, he was a player and a half.
He was a player. Now, I got this right. In Jez's quiz, I got every single question right. Gilberto Silva was, well, I'll tell you what, the first ever game that was played at the Emirates in the Premier League was Arsenal, obviously, versus Aston Villa. The game finished 1-1. Melberg was the first player to score at the Emirates because Villa went 1-0 up, and Gilberto Silva equalised. And that game finished 1-0. And you put that in there in the quiz, and I thought, Fucking hell, what a lovely question, Jez. I'll give you an answer on every single one.
I'm going to do a quiz at Easter, actually. That's next week.
Is it?
Hmm.
That's right. Yeah, I'll have to jump on for that one because I missed the bloody last one, didn't I? Because bloody through work. Yeah.
You have to do a concrete pour.
Oh yeah, yeah. Tell me about it. Fucking hell, that took the piss. That turned up late. We were tapping down the concrete and it was dark. I couldn't see fuck all.
No,
Come back the following morning and we looked at it and we thought, hang on, that's not that bad actually. We thought it was going to be worse than that, but it wasn't. It was pretty level. It sort of like dipped down a little bit in the far corner of the build. You know, obviously coming off the existing building, right? But you know, we just mixed up a bit of concrete, and just like poured it in, and we just leveled that in at the top, like a screed sort of thing, in the corner. But we're not being funny when that turns up late at night and it's still dark nights. Do you know what I mean? We had no torches, we had no lights at all. The only light we had was at the back of the bloody lorry.
You had no stage, what's name lights?
Oh yeah, they're on the stand, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. We ain't got them.
They're not great enough anyway outside anyway.
No.
They're all right indoors. I used to have those when I was working. I was forever breaking the bloody things because you had those halogen little strip bulbs in them.
That's right.
I was forever bloody knocking them over, and as soon as you knock them over, the bloody bulbs would blow. And I remember once, right, I was doing this job, right. It's a really old Victorian farmhouse. And it was a complete refurb, and we had to get. I wasn't running the job, but the build guy was, and we had to get in exterminators. As we're getting up all the floorboards, there was rats everywhere, right? And we always said, look, we can't work like this. With rats, you can get that wheels disease, and he got these exterminators in there, and put these bombs in, and it just fills the place with smoke. It kills them.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was in there, and because it was under building control, we had to use all 110 tools, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, I had some of my little stage lights, I call them, and one of the bulbs went, so I put the bulb in it, and it blew. I went, oh, that's no good. So I put another one in. Blew. Another one in. Blew. Another one. I thought, what the hell's going on here? So I thought, fucking, this is no good. Must be something wrong with the actual lamps. It had 4 lamps on it, on a frame, on a T-bar. And I'm like, what the fuck? Anyway, so I thought, this is no good. So I said to the builder guy, I have to go, my stage lamp's knackered, man. I have to go and get another one. I was working this part of the house, we had no lights. He was having a rewire and everything. So off I went down to Screwfix, got another one, come back, working fine. Then one of the guys who worked for me at the time, he knocked it over and all the lamps went. I thought, oh, for fuck's sake. So he changed them all. They all blew. I thought, what the hell's going on here? Do you know how thick I was, right? It was a 110, and I'm putting 240 lamps in it. 240. I had 110s and 241s.
Yeah.
Right? And I'd picked a box out of the van with the little bulbs, strip bulbs like that.
Yeah.
I'm putting the bloody wrong ones in it.
Bloody blowing. So if anybody needs any electrical work done, give Jez a call. Put it in the comments.
Mate, seriously. I remember the piss taken I got for that one. Seriously, I didn't go to Tives in the house. Hi, mate. Hope you're well. Jez and Anthony. Tives in the house. Henry. Top fella. And more in the chat here tonight than I thought there would be. Tives says hi, Henry. And Anthony, what's your view in the game so far, man? Hasn't been great, is it?
No, it hasn't been great. Hasn't been great at all. If anything, obviously with Brazil eating the pooch, that was a chance for them to actually be leading the game at halftime 1-0. So You know, if anything, I feel obviously Brazil should be 1-0 up, but you know we haven't really done nothing. We haven't caused any really major threats in this game at all. But it's like what I said. We know it is a friendly. There's nothing. You know, it don't make a difference what the score is. I would like to see England win. I think the last time we played them at Wembley was back in, I think it was 2017.
You
And
see this guy just proposed to his girlfriend in the crowd.
no,
You'll see it in a minute. Mad fool. Don't do it.
will you marry me? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the telly now. Yeah.
Mad.
Oh, she's agreed. Yeah, she's agreed. They're having a kiss and a hug. Well, fair play. It's bad, but I mean, fair play to them. I mean, obviously, she likes football, obviously, because she won't be there. You know, they come over to her, and they, you know,
Yeah, fair play, man.
yeah, fair play.
You're mad.
So hopefully, get their name and number and track them down, because obviously, if she conceives tonight, it was in England. So if it's a professional footballer, their son could play. You know, he might be able to play for England because he was conceived over it.
Yeah, yeah. Dazza says, yeah, tonight has reminded me why I hate watching international football. Yes, mate. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm only doing it because it's Brazil playing, and I thought, well, it might be half decent.
Yeah.
Good question here, Jez. What are you thinking will happen when we play City? Hate to see Saka pick up an injury. We need him. Yeah, I'm not sure he is injured. To be honest with you.
No.
We know he's been injured with a niggling injury for a while. Is it just a bit of scapegoating here going on? You know, but what will happen when we play City is, well, let's be honest. It's a make or break game. No question about that. We've got to get there and get a result. A draw, yeah, okay. If we walk out of a draw, well, it's not really the result we need. We need a win. But we haven't won there for what? How many years? 8.5 years?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah, it is like that, yeah. So we haven't won there for a while. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can see us beating Man City, but there's something that's niggling me in the back of my head where you got because we've got like we got Everton last game of the season, I think is Man United before that, game 37. And then we got like the likes of Wolves and Bournemouth in there. Don't forget we got Tottenham to play as well in that, and Villa. But I can see us slipping. If anything, I can see us slipping up against someone like Wolves or Bournemouth.
Yeah,
I can see it.
That's the sort of game we'll cock up.
Yeah, like last season against like when it was West Ham and Southampton. That's a fine example. And now they're saying that Gabriel was out injured. You know, I mean, Saka's all right. I don't look too much into it. It depends on what you feel. You know, if you feel that they're injured or whatever. But you know, we'll find out when they're playing on the pitch. But obviously, if they're not playing, it's rotating the same as last season, because this time last season we lost Saliba, and then what did we do? We were top of the league by what 8 points this time, and lost Saliba, and we bottled it. So
it was after the international break. We were at Anfield 2-0 up and drew 2-2.
There you go. Yeah.
So, you know, it's a big ask going up to the Etihad, but I think we can pull it out. Oregon Gooner says, yeah, we need a goal. Snooze. Yeah, it's a bit like that, isn't it? It's a bit of a ball fest. Yet we have an international break to watch this dross. Be fair. Henry Gooner says, poor you doubt Oregon Gooner, you should be doing much more worthwhile with your time on a Saturday. How's the weather over in Portland? Yeah, Portland. Never been there. Happily eggs. I'd call Maguire a dinosaur, but he's so obviously a giant tortoise. Yeah, he's crap, man.
Bloody awful. I think that's just past. Is that just past Weymouth?
Where?
I might be thinking of the wrong Portland. I know there's a Portland past Weymouth. As you go down into Dorset into Weymouth, and then you got Portland there.
He's talking about Portland in Oregon, America.
Oh right, sorry.
Bit of a distance away, that one.
Bit of a distance, yeah. Clear. If anyone's going to clip that, aren't they?
As Henry says, Southgate defo needs to leave the job and take his P45. Yeah, it's boring football, man. It's just boring football.
It will be his last campaign. Do you know what, Jez? He's on the course to go to Man United.
Really?
Southgate is on the cut. Apparently, this might be the rumor is that I've been hearing as well at the same time. This could be Ten Hag's last season. Bayern Munich has approached him.
Really?
Yeah, Tunchel's he's going to leave now at the end of the season, Brian, and then apparently Ten Hag has been approached by Bayern Munich. So there's talks now. If Southgate doesn't win anything, this is going to be his last campaign, whether he does or whether he doesn't. I think this will be, and he could be going to Man United, managing Man United. And there's one Man United fan that's not happy with that, and that's Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, well,
He's not. Yeah. And I don't know if you actually seen it on the show on the Sunday Night Takeaway. I actually said it surprised me you haven't got a waistcoat, and he came on. He had a Gareth Southgate waistcoat on.
Well, did I miss that one then?
Yeah, Sunday just gone. I did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, because I don't think there was no. Yeah, because you didn't even there weren't no comments in there. Like from obviously you didn't put a comment in there, so we were taking that you didn't watch it, but you must have missed that one. It was Sunday 8:00.
Not last week.
Last week, Sunday just gone. Yeah,
I was on there with Budgie. I was on there.
who was it then? No, sorry, I'm wrong. It would have been Wednesday, wouldn't it? It was the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh,
I do apologise. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, it's not. It was good, the bad, the ugly. Yeah, that was Wednesday. That one. He come on there with a Southgate waistcoat on.
Fair play to him.
He's all right. That Hot Fuzz. I like Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, Dazza says, just think the Premier League steps aside for this tripe. Yeah, rubbish. Early doors is in the house, mate. Hope you're well told. Doesn't go light unless you're on 110 volt or DC current. Yeah, I got it a bit wrong, mate. There you go. Don't hire me as an electrician. And he on the chat. You could nickname Chilwell Lefty. He's done sod all right. Yeah, good point, mate. Good point. Mm-hmm. It's absolute dog crap. It's not the most entertaining football you're ever going to see. That's my book. No. As Henry says, Maguire breaks wind every time he moves. Oh, mate. He called this guy him an international player. Seriously. Yeah, Dazza says most inciting thing so far: marriage proposal in the crowd. Yeah. That's the only thing I picked up really. Watching that, the big bumbling bear burned his butt baking bread. Nice one, mate. Good evening, Henry. Good, all good. Thanks, mate. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Seriously. Mama says evening at early doors. There we go there. I haven't had any tea yet. I'm getting a bit peckish, to be honest.
Oh, I was eating mine just before. I had homemade kebabs with salad, chips, coleslaw, and potato salad.
Very nice. Very nice. I don't know what I'm going to have. It might end up with a takeaway.
It's going to be a burger in it, Jez, of some sort.
Oh, mate, me and my burgers. I ain't got any.
Huh?
No, I ain't got none. No. I should. I never even thought about it. I should have got some when I popped to the shop earlier. Yeah. I've got this thing, right? My wife can't stand it. I make, they're like my local butchers. They sell them in my local shop. And they're really good £1/4 beef burger. And I get them with some cheese and gherkins. Do you like gherkins?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I love them. I slice them up real fine, right? Put them on there and do that with burger relish and that American mustard.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yum.
Yeah. Do you have any lettuce or tomato in it?
I do sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
There's one thing that my missus used to do, and I used to get mad. And when she puts a salad in the actual burger itself, she puts cucumber in it. I'm like, no, take the cucumber. What's that all about? Replace it with a gherkin. And she went, oh, that's disgusting. I said, no, it's not. I said, you have a proper gherkin in there with your salad, your burger, your cheese. I like the buns toasted.
Yeah.
I love the buns toasted, and I put a skewer, like one of those wooden skewers for the burger. Yeah, straight down in. Oh, it's lovely. But yeah, do that with cucumber. Oh my god.
My wife makes if we have a barbecue outside in the summertime, she makes burgers herself.
Yeah.
And they're fabulous. They are. They don't shrink or anything like some of these cheap ones you buy. I mean, in fact, these ones I get from my local shop, from the local butcher man, they don't really shrink a lot.
No.
They're proper tasty as well. Anyway, enough of that. Making me bloody hungry now.
But yeah, it was like lamb kebab things we had. It was lovely. I didn't even eat all the chips. Look, the chips are in there as well.
Send them to me, mate. Send them to me. I could proper eat them now. Good to see you, Ian. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're getting better. A very good evening, everyone. Hope you are well. We're having a great weekend. The mighty Darlow got beat 3-2 today. The bubble burst. Typical Darlow. Yeah. Darlington Town. That's a shame for them, man. Hi, Ian. Hope you're having I can't read today. Hi, Ian. You must be happy with Darlington. Not today, I don't think he is. Dazza says at Arsenal we can't use an injury as an excuse this season. We're supposed to have learned from last season, right? True. Yeah. True, man.
If you pick up if any of your best players or first team players pick up an injury, and then that player replaces that player, and they can't perform well, they shouldn't be playing at the club. Because you're the standard now. If you're playing for Arsenal Football Club, you've got to be at a reasonably excellent standard play at that club, as far as I'm concerned. So there's no ifs, buts, or excuses. You get on that pitch, you play the game, and you give 100%, and that's it.
Yeah, fact. That is the case. Now I'll tell you what. If this ends up 0-0, right? I will just say, what was the point of this game?
What was the point of this game?
What was the point of having this when we could actually be watching some proper Premier League football?
Yeah. Yes, I take it. If this game's 0-0, you're going to do the England and Belgium watch along on Tuesday?
Nah. Well, I'm only doing this one, mate, because it's Brazil.
Yeah.
I thought it might be goals in it. You know what I mean? But I'm not even impressed with this Brazil team. Got some lovely players, but
yeah.
I mean, there's some great players in there. There's no question. But
yeah, there is. Yeah,
it's not really too much to talk. It's more interesting talking to you in the chat. To be fair, early doors football. Anthony drinking too much cider. Don't drink cider, do you?
Nah, I didn't like it early doors. Don't like it. You know.
Oh dear, Darlington still in trouble, going down. No, that's not good. That is not good. Now that's an interesting point. You mentioned it earlier. Nottingham Forest lost 4 points in the relegation zone now. They've got a fight on. I'm glad it's been announced now, though. I had this discussion with the long-haired Yeti about I'd rather it is announced now than right at the end of the season, whatever, because at least now they know what they've got to do.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And well, it's like what you said. They know what they got to do, and let's see if they do it. Because I mean, obviously we know there's 3 teams that goes down, but out of the 3 teams that goes down, I can quite easily say it's definitely going to be Sheffield United and Burnley going down. But obviously you've got Luton there, you've got Forest, you've got Everton there, pretty much lying around there. So it's going to be it's a freeway battle. You think of it as a freeway horse race for us to, like, for the teams, us, Liverpool, Man City, to win the league, and then it's going to be a free horse race of whichever team is going to go down out of those 3. So, I think it's going to be an interesting season. Like going like the last few games in the season. I mean, there's talks that obviously there's 38 games in the season. There's talks that the game, the Premier League might be won by game 34, maybe / 35.
It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be a fight for sure.
Yeah, I think Liverpool's going to. I think Liverpool are going to be out the race. I really do, because obviously losing to Man United in the FA Cup, you think of it, they got quite a lot of injuries still, Liverpool, and they're introducing. If you've seen their subs benches where they're introducing the young players from the reserves, they've been doing that quite a lot. Like the last 2 or 3 weeks of the.
They've had to, haven't they? They've got no choice.
Yeah.
Amount of players they got out. Luke says, which takeaway, Jez? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Do you know what I really fancy? I really fancy a curry.
Do you know what? I had one last night, Jez. I had a curry last night. I had a nice beef curry last night.
Yeah, I fancy. My wife
I can't go hot though. I can't go hot. My missus' dad, he can drink it. What's the hottest curry? Is it called a fowl?
Yeah, that's what Lee eats then.
Oh God, her dad can just eat it without breaking a sweat.
Lee does. So I tried one once. No, never again. No, mate. No. I don't know what a Reuben sandwich is, Jez. A Reuben sandwich, you know what that is?
Reuben sandwich? No. I think that got to be a hot term. It's got to be some kind of hot, spicy pickles and God knows what else in the sandwich. That's all I can think of. There was, if Dal's still in here, he know this, on Boxing Day, just gone, we had like a little party with the family sort of thing with my missus, sorry. And have you heard the American is called hot wings? And they get hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
Well, one of them bought it the bomb, the hottest one, this chili sauce called the bomb. And I had it on this on this taco. And they went, yeah, go on, have it. And they went, oh, is you having it? So they put fucking loads on it, haven't they? Bit like how your friends used to do to you in a curry. When you in a curry out. So I had it. Yeah, they stitched me up. So I ate it. I thought, nothing to it. Fucking hell, my head was on fire. My face was bright red. My eyes were streaming. And he turned around and I said, I need a drink. So her uncle gives me a drink, gives me a pint glass like this, right? Puts about that much milk in it, right? And I'm thinking, fuck me, I need more than that. I was that close to dunking my head in the fish tank. That was how hot it was. Seriously. And so I'm there under the tap like that. And I go out with the water. Every time I walked away from the tap, I had to go back. It lasted for a good 30 minutes. So it was like when Lee Gunner and the Tottenham guy, when he had to.
Oh, Henry Wright.
Yeah, when he had a chili or attack. It was one of those things. Yeah, God, it's hot as hell.
You can see he's in pain.
Yes, definitely.
He
And,
was
and fair play to him, a Tottenham fan to put on, well, actually wear an Arsenal shirt when doing it. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. Fair play to him for that, for doing that.
Yeah.
As Dow says, what the point of international football? Yeah, exactly. Henry, any golf mouth action, Jez? Not a lot. England in the first saved one off 4 yards off the line, but pretty much it's boring, really. It's pretty boring. Jez, will you be doing player ratings at full time? I know there's a lot of people who bring up this thing where you have the players in it. I don't know how to do it. Otherwise, I would do that. I notice on channels people bring up some template thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where you get it. Do you know where you get it from? Do you know where that is?
Oh, they get it for. Oh, where is it too? I've been told this. I haven't done it myself, but yeah, it's something that you can. You've got to go into something, and it is like what you said. It's a template. They bring it up, and then you got all the players' names.
Yeah,
and then you put them in as either a number or you put them in different categories of how you feel how they played.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't know where that is. If I could find it.
Yeah, have a word with Yeti. You might be able to find it and do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have done it tonight if I knew where to find it. I've seen it on several channels. TJ does it on his show, and does player ratings and all that. I've seen it on a few people, but I don't know where they get it from. It's got to be Google somewhere.
If anybody knows, put it in the chat. If you're still watching, if you know how to do it, put it in the chat.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forest on the edge out. That is true. What is that sandwich? You were talking Reuben sandwich. Don't know what that is, man. Jack, hi Jack. Hope you're well, mate. What a pile of tat. Yeah, boring. I've already shattered after staying up till 6 a.m. watching the F1 Australian Grand Prix qualifying. Well, fair play. I used to love the F1 when I was 18, 19. I used to love it. Absolutely love it. But it's just a bloody parade to me now. Me and my girlfriend just had a lovely Ruby Murray. Did you cook it? I hope you cooked it, Jack. You're a chef.
You're a chef. Oh, and by the way, Jack, Jez is still waiting for a steak night.
Yeah. Oregon's going out for chicken enchiladas tonight. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Corned beef, sauerkraut, mustard and rye, Jez. Oh, is that what it is? Corned beef, sauerkraut, mustard on. Oh, okay. What's this? Oh, there we go. He's put the sandwich in there. Okay. fair dues. Or Thousand Island dressing. Now, make me hungry now, boys. For Thousand Island myself, that says the doubt. Now, we had lamb curry, chicken curry, vegetable curry, mushroom rice, chicken biryani, 17 quid for all of it. So you bought it. Now, Jack, come on, man. You're a chef. Come on.
I'll be making it.
Yeah. Dow says, me too. And Carl says, good game or no, not asked with friend. Yeah, it's boring, man. Yeah. It's absolutely, it's been more interest. I tell you what, I'll just keep flicking up there to have a look, see, but nothing of great attraction. I won't lie. No. It's not good. That is. No, I ordered it, Jack. Oh, well, dearie me. Seriously. Luke says, I had Chinese last night, chicken balls. Yeah, mate. I like the prawn balls. Love them. Wow.
What's that, with the sweet and sour sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, love them. Jack says, Herbert, I've said he can get the steak for the Arteta leaving do that Jez will put on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Henry Ray says, That's why I do rock songs for Ireland or Wales or Scotland. They are way more exciting than Lions crapola. Even the Lionesses are better than the Lions. True?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, true. No, but it's more. It'll cost more to buy the ingredients to make it. Well, I suppose that's true. I suppose that is true.
Well, Gomez has just come on, the Liverpool defender. Bowen's come on, and also Lewis Dunk is coming on as well. Through Harry Maguire off, Lewis Dunk. I would have played Lewis Dunk from the start, to be honest with you.
Yeah, good point.
That was a guy who used to piss me off. Every time when Arsenal played Brighton, he would always end up scoring Lewis Dunk from a corner.
I've never been to that ground, the new Wembley. Have you been there?
New Wembley, yeah, I've been there once. I tell you what, God, I can remember it was an England game that obviously we were watching. We went into the half time, fucking hell, walked all the way down to the toilet. Obviously, I had a pee in that. When you wash your hands, when you put, because they got brand new, like, the bloody hand dryers. I tell you what, when you put your hands in one of them, flipping out, the power of it is like your skin is like your skin's is rippling. It feels like your skin's going to rip off your bloody hands. That's how powerful they are. You make me go and put your hands under there. I done it. I went, fucking hell, I had to take them out. So I just ended up wiping them in the top and just going back up to watch the second half. Like,
well, I suppose at least they're probably a lot better than the old Wembley, because those toilets were disgusting.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, rubbish. I can remember going at Wembley. It was remember when Hull City got promoted to the Premier League?
All right, yeah.
And they had it was the playoff final. It was between Hull City and Bristol City, and they beat us 1-0. Dean Windass scored that bloody goal, and ever since then, I fucking hate Dean Windass. And that one, it was all right, a good day, but it was disappointing because obviously we lost 1-0. But you know that was it at the end of the day. So, but yeah, it was a good goal. I mean, bloody hell, like on the fucking body, he smashed it, the crossbar and went in. But you know. But unfortunately, that's what happens. But that's the closest time we came to obviously get promoted to the Premier League. But if you remember the old one, the old Division 1, Bristol City were in the old Division 1. They used to play top flight football. And what is it? I think Bristol City beat Arsenal at Highbury. Paul Cheesley got the winner, didn't he? Down at the clock end.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mate of mine. That is Paul Cheesley.
Really?
Yes, yeah, because he played. He got badly injured, and he obviously had to finish his career. It was Peter Shilton, the goalkeeper, come out and tackled him, and the tackle he made, it finished his career. So he was paid out. He told me he was paid out back then. I think he was paid out like £12,000, which back then obviously was a lot of money. But he then became I think he became a rep of I can't remember if it was an electrical company or a plumbing company. Do you know when you go to the merchants and they got reps and it comes out and see you, like, sort of thing, and try and get business and all that, you know. And then he owned a pub. Then he left that and went to the pub industry, and he owns a pub opposite. Funny enough, he's literally right across the road from my mum and dad's house. And every time I walk in there, he goes, "Oh yeah," he said, "Do you remember that goal that I scored against Arsenal?" I said, "No." I said, "I want a round then, Paul." I said, "Also," I said, "if I remember correctly," I said, "I think TV was in, it was still black and white then, wasn't it? Like, you know, sort of thing." I went, "I ain't, you cheeky bastard." He said, "No, it wasn't."
I remember black and white TV. I remember it. I remember it. I remember as a oh crikey, when was it? About 19. It's about 69, 70, something like that. Yeah, it was. It was. I remember as a family Christmas present, my dad got he used to rent your TVs back then,
Yeah.
It was a company called Multi Broadcast, and for Christmas, and this he got this TV. None of us knew, and he got this TV, and it came on Christmas Eve, and we got our first colour TV from this company, Multi Broadcast, and it was like, wow, we got a colour TV, you know, and they were proper monster TVs back then.
Yeah.
You know, they were proper cafe ray tube things, the old
wooden surround.
Oh, mate, they were massive.
Yeah.
I remember we got this for Christmas, and it was like my mum didn't even know. Dad had got to arrange this as a sort of family Christmas present thing. It was amazing. Sitting there watching colour TV, it's like, wow, we've got a colour TV. Look at this. I remember the first time watching Match of the Day on it, and I was like, wow, look, it's in colour. Wow. Yeah, that was cool. Blimey.
Who was the presenter then on Match of the Day? I think it wouldn't have been Des Lynam then, would it?
No. It was, oh crikey. What's his name? He used to host Grandstand.
That was the guy with the it was bald-headed guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, can't think his
Clive,
name.
was his name Clive something?
No, I can't think his bloody name now.
I can remember watching videos of it, like going back, like on YouTube, like the first Match of the Day when it was in colour and that sort of thing. Yeah, I think I can remember. I think Jimmy Hill used to present it as well, didn't he? At one time,
Jimmy Hill. I played golf with Jimmy Hill once in a charity game. And I'll tell you what it was. It was Italia '90, right? When I used to be a member of a golf club, and he'd been commentating the night before, and I've turned up. I was playing with the club professional, and Gordon Mackay, top golfer, and we were going out, and everybody was going out in buggies. It was a boiling hot day, and he said, "Oh, Jez, you're going to share a buggy with this guy," and it was Jimmy Hill. I went, "Oh." So anyway, we were going around the golf course. He was a pretty decent golfer, actually, and we went off the first, came back, come up the ninth, and he said, "Oh, I'm just going to pop in the clubhouse." And we went. It was a bit of a queue to tee off on the 10th. We had to play over this pond.
Yeah,
he had to go onto this island and tee off, and he come back with a tray of pints. He bought us all a pint of lager, and I was chatting to him all the way around about the football. And yeah, he's really nice guy. Actually, he was really nice fella.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people give him bloody stick, didn't they, when he used to be on Match of the Day? I mean, going back, I watched it when it was him. Alan Hansen was on there. There's Lynam, you know, and they used to say, "Oh, he don't know what he's on about," like, you know, talking about Jimmy Hill. But then there were certain things that he come up with, and I think, do you know what? He's absolutely right, because he was the one. Back then, a little bit, and it was just a little bit, they were talking about stats. And I think that was when stats were in, but nobody was really talking about them. And I remember Jimmy Hill saying, "Look, I'm not being funny, but you need stats in a game of football. As long as you go out there, you give a great performance. You know, if you're a winning team, great. If you drew, fine. If you lost, okay, fine. Unlucky. You improve on your next game." And Alan Hansen, he used to give him a lot of stick, Jimmy Hill, on that Match of the Day.
Yeah. Alan Hansen, I used to like him. He got binned off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Off BBC. Gary Lineker came in and all that. Hello, we've got Pete's in the house. Pete, how are you?
Oh.
Hi, Jez. I turned my back on AFTV. I'm now an avid fan of yourself, Kenny and Lee. I appreciate you being able to acknowledge that Arteta is currently doing well. Fair play, mate. Yeah, fair play to you, mate. Thanks for coming in. Jack says, "Oh my God," and Pete is here. If we win the league, I will win back everything I lost last year, including my sanity. Well, okay. The ever bipolar Pete Hayward says, "Carl." Then Pete says, "The material stuff I lost was ridiculous. Don't bet, man. Simple answer. Don't bet. It's just not worth it. I'm certainly certain I know exactly who you are too, Pete Hayward," says Carl. Jack Ramsey must be tragic. Yeah, don't fall for it, mate. And with that, he was gone, says Mama.
He was gone. God, Jen. I was opening a bloody show, you know, Jez Collins featuring Pete Hayward. It's like
never happened, man.
no.
These people, look, they just haven't. They'll come in, go, and cheat. They'll change round like the weather, and they will never come on and actually
show their faces, would they?
Yeah, won't happen. Never happens. No. I said to these guys, the one you were talking about the other day on that on Lucas, I said, "Well, come on the show sometime then." And all right, fair play. The young lad who's got a channel, what was his name? Tom. I said, "Yeah, well, come on then. Come and have a debate with me."
Yeah.
He was like, he wouldn't answer. I kept saying in Lucas' chat, come and have a debate then.
Yeah. But that Tom, he's friends with Josh Truguner. He's on his channel a lot. And I put some comments in there, and he was questioning my comments and all this and that as well. I think this Tom. I mean, looking at him, I think he's an 18-year-old guy.
Yeah, he's about that. I think I looked at his chat, but it's quite funny. I said to him when he was going on about how many subscribers he's got. I said, "Yeah, that's good, but you don't get any fucking views. So how come you've got that many subscribers?" I said, "Because at one point, in one of your short channels, not long ago, and this is not long ago, you were saying, 'Oh, thanks for getting to 1,000 subs up from 600.' I said, 'Well, how did you get them then?' Oh, Brazil 1-0. Brazil 1-0.
Brazil 1-0, is it? It's still 0-0 on mine. England they're in possession. They're just passing the ball around at the minute.
It's been
Long
checked.
ball forward.
I think it's been checked, but
yeah, this is where they're going to score now because they're on the counter attack now. Brazil.
Let's have a look at this.
Oh my God! Was that an header tank from Lewis?
He's offside. He's well offside. He's offside. Yeah. He's offside. So that's no goal. No goal.
No goal.
Nah, he's well offside, man. Both of them.
Yeah.
Dickie Davis? No, mate. Dickie Davis was on ITV.
Dickie Davis. Yeah, was he on Grant? No, it wasn't Grandstand.
I can't think the name of his name now.
I know Dickie Davis. He was the one with the moustache, wasn't he? Didn't he present Christian Sport at one time?
Yeah, and he did. He used to do the big match on ITV as well on a Sunday.
That's it. Yeah, that was where I first started supporting Arsenal. Was on the match. It was ITV, and I could tell you now it was 80.
They've given that goal. It was clearly offside. The guy that received the ball and then proceeded forward and passed it, took the shot, it then rebounded and went to the other guy. He was offside. No, surely.
Yeah, they've given it.
Wow. I was convinced that was offside. I'd like to see that again.
It looked it, didn't it? He's looking at the replay. Yeah, it does look like it was offside.
Really? So this is what we have international friendlies for, really?
Yeah. Rubbish. Thing, the bloody thing, doesn't it?
Arsenal manager Southgate makes football a drab, no matter the players he has at his disposal. True, it's boring football.
Well, I tell you what, this is Gareth. I actually looked it up, and this was somebody put it on in the comments on our show on Wednesday. Gareth Southgate's manager record, Middlesbrough in the Premier League. First season he finished 12th. The second season he finished 13th, and then the third season they were relegated. And that's his experience in man management. Then going on to the bloody England team. I think he was in charge of the England under-21s, maybe, I don't know. But then, he, in all fairness, if you remember, he was actually a pundit, wasn't he, at one time in the England when England was playing, and then they moved him into the England. Do you know what? I think, I seriously think, the England manager. I think the next England manager is going to be Jose Mourinho. I really do.
Look, you're behind. No, you've missed it. Behind me. I mean, he's clearly offside there. Surely, dear God.
Yes, it is offside. Yeah, I'm looking at it now, Jez. He's marked the line out, and I'm obviously being in there. He's involved in play as well.
I can't see how that can be given.
That is offside. But
Is there VAR? Is there VAR in this game? Anybody know? Is there VAR?
No, I don't think there is, Jez. Not the friendly. I don't think there is, because they haven't used it. All we've done there is just use offside technology to a certain extent. They haven't really gone to VAR, have they?
But that to me was clearly offside.
It is offside. It is offside.
How did the lino not see that?
I don't know.
Surprised at that.
But yeah, going back to what I said, that was how I first became an Arsenal fan, was watching the match, and it was 84-85 season. And I know for a fact you remember this, Jez. Arsenal beat Liverpool 3-2, and Talbot scored that winning goal, the free kick.
What game was that, mate? Sorry?
Arsenal versus Liverpool, 84-85, and Talbot scored that free kick. He scored the winning goal.
Yeah, Brian Talbot, yeah.
Yeah. And that was how I first watched Arsenal, and that was how I got to follow him, was from then onwards.
God, you make me feel old.
But trouble is, though, that in your background there, that's 79. I was 6 weeks old, and you've seen it. I've come on your show wearing the 79 top. And then the season after was the West Ham one, where Trevor Brooking scored the winning goal in 1980. I was a year old.
Were you really?
Yeah. Go on, say it. People fucking like you make me feel old, you bastard.
I was 19.
Was you?
Yeah. I'm going to do a show about. I'm going to do a show with Kenny and about the cup finals. In the one at the Ips when we lost to Ipswich 1-0. Brian Talbot, funny enough. Then he joined Arsenal, and then the Man U one, and then the one we lost to West Ham. I'm going to get early doors on for that one, and Budgie. Have a chat about that.
That'd be a good one.
I'm going to do them in a few weeks' time.
Yeah. Because the year before that one, we lost to, it was Ipswich, wasn't it? But it was Osborne that scored the goal in 78.
Who, sorry, mate?
Osborne for Ipswich.
Yeah.
He was the one that got that was 78, then 79. It's like what you said, because it was 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
We got to the final. We won one against Man United, lost the other two. And then you said about the with the Arsenal, there was a protest, wasn't there, to get the squad.
Terry Neal.
Yeah.
the Islington Town Hall.
That's right.
Get him sacked. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because Brian Talbot, in the year Ipswich beat us, was he was the guy that fed the ball to Osborne, and then we bought him.
Yeah.
And he played against Man United in that incredible game. And then obviously we played West Ham when and that West Ham Arsenal were absolutely shit that day. That West Ham game, they were shockingly shit.
Yeah.
And Trevor Brookings scored the winner, obviously. But how's that? I don't get this. I'm watching this. How's that onside?
It's not onside. It's off. It is literally blatantly offside. He's way in front, and you've seen it when you see it. The technology they've done, they've put the line straight for the pitch, and the ball is over the line. But he's still, but that's how he scores the goal, because he's still involved in play. He takes a shot and scores. So it's blatantly offside.
I just don't understand. I don't
Oh,
understand.
no. Here we go again. It says onside, but he wasn't onside. Look at the guy. He's
I
in
know.
an offside position. Yeah.
Honestly, seriously. Oh, Tony's here, man. Hendon says, to be honest, Arsenal manager, nobody of real quality wants to be England manager anymore. Southgate plays the woke bollocks with the FA perfectly, so that's why they kept him on. Yeah, another yes man.
Never yes, man. But that
Tony,
makes you think why Brian Clough was never offered the job, because he wanted to do it his way, and FIFA, the England board turned around and said, no, you've got to do it our way, and that was instead Sir Bobby Robson. But don't get me wrong, I felt Sir Bobby Robson. I thought he was a good manager as well.
Yeah, true. I'll be interested to see what Kenny makes of this game. He's an avid fan of it. I mean, all the fans are going. See you later. Bye.
Yeah. They're not Arsenal fans, are they? Do you reckon they're Arsenal supporters? Maybe.
Probably, mate. More than likely.
Yeah.
As Tony says, all I'm hearing is excuses. Are you talking about this game, Tony? Are you talking about the West Ham Cup final?
I think he's talking about the West Ham Cup final. I think Tony's...
Arsenal was shit that day. They were crap. I was there. Just didn't turn up. Didn't do anything. Awful. One of the worst cup finals I've ever been to. Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, the FA Cup final I didn't like, that I hated, was when we lost 2-1 to Liverpool, and Michael Owen scored the 2 goals for Liverpool. Past David Seaman, we was 1-0 up, and that pissed me off, that final. That was one final, and it's like what I said, when you're Arsenal fans over the years, it's amazing how much you can actually get the piss rips out of you. It's unreal. I've had it out of me loads of times, and that was going back from, I'll tell you the truth now, when we lost to Wrexham, right, so we lost to Millwall, I think that was 95 we lost to Millwall in that round, 95, and I think with Wrexham, what was Wrexham? That was 90?
It was 88?
89? 89? 90? Oh, around about there, yeah.
Mickey Thomas scored the goal.
That's right. And fuck me, did I have the piss ripped out of me then?
Racecourse ground at Wrexham.
That's right.
What a dump that was. Jeez. Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, Blackpool's ground wasn't great years ago, mate. Bloody hell, I can remember being there when watching my own team, Bristol City. Fucking hell, the pitch was always waterlogged. It's like my balls were like two fucking ice cubes when we were in the winter. I said, "Oh God, let's hurry up. When the whistle goes, we'll just go." And we did that, and we left. And
Blackpool's ground, the wind just blows straight in off the bloody Irish Channel, Irish
yeah,
whatever it is. It's bloody bitter, man.
yeah,
It's like Fratton Park at Pompey. I haven't been there for years, but last time it was a long time ago. You know, all the home part of the stand has got roof. The away stand, no roof, and
No.
it's blown straight in off the Solent, and mate, that is cold. It's proper
cold. And it was like when I think you remember when Swindon Town when they were in the Premier League. Their
the Robins, yeah,
their the away end is got no roof over there at all, and it's basically a few chairs literally bolted into on a concrete plinth. That was what it was. And you're like, fuck it, and you're there like this, like that, really freezing your balls off, sort of thing. And you're like, hurry up, get this fucking game finished. Even if you would win it, you just wish that.
Once, didn't it? You used to think, why am I here? What am I doing here?
Yeah, because I can remember, I think, what's his name? The old England manager, Glenn Hoddle. He was manager of player manager of Swindon, wasn't he, at one time?
He was,
and then went to Chelsea.
I mean, you should think sometimes. You used to think you drive all those miles, right, in the winter or when and you think, why am I bothered? Because I'm not enjoying this. And he's like, what am I doing? And she's like, you do it for the love of your club, I suppose.
Yeah, you do it for the love of your club. And not that, you find yourself, you're there to somebody gets you a coffee or you get the coffee, you come back, sit down, you're drinking that, then somebody else go and gets you another coffee. And it's like, you can't watch the game because how much coffee you've drunk in a course, you're going backwards and forwards to the fucking toilet all the time. What have I missed?
Yeah, it's awful, wasn't it? Awful. Yeah, it was 92, as Dazza says. We lost to Wrexham.
92, yeah, it was 92, yeah.
Yeah. What a shithole place that ground is.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, no, he should have slotted that.
What's this? Is this from the corner, Jez?
No, it's just a breakout from midfield.
Right. England's got a corner.
1-0. That's it. Game over.
Yeah.
What a waste of time.
God, it's absolutely rubbish. What a fucking shit. Can you actually recall England taking maybe a shot on goal?
No,
because I can't fucking. Obviously, because like being in here chatting and that and looking over sort of thing, like to the game, I'm thinking, fucking hell, we haven't really had a shot on goal yet. Somebody might correct me in the comments and say we might have had 2 or 3, but I might have missed them.
I don't remember. I mean, watched it, seeing that. That was absolute dog crap.
That was absolute shit. Bring on Belgium next.
And that's what we have an international break for. Rubbish.
Absolute rubbish. We could have been watching a Premier League game at this time now. And then tomorrow, instead of watching all the internationals and all that, we could have actually been watching Arsenal and Man City.
Yep.
And then Wednesday, we could have had our postponed game played against Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah. Now we've got in April 7 games.
Straight off.
Practically every 3 days we got a game.
Yeah, it is stupid.
That's going to show how big bollocks this team's got.
Yeah, Yeah.
Seriously.
And you look at the last games. You look at the last what from now to the end of the season. You look at the games what Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool got. Man City, I think personally, they got the easiest run.
Well, Arsenal got a very tough run. I think they got the toughest out of the three.
But yeah,
Man
think of it. Yeah, we got Man City, we got Chelsea, we got Aston Villa in there, we got Man United. That's four.
Tottenham away.
Yeah,
They're not going to be.
Wolves, they
Not
can
going
turn
to
up.
This is where Arteta's going to have to earn his money.
Yeah,
Big.
definitely.
But yeah, it is. It's been fun watching it, but it's well, no. Let me rephrase that. It wasn't fun watching it. It was fun talking to you and talking to the chat.
Yeah.
Because I didn't expect to have nearly as many as people in the chat as there has been. Seriously. And that's what's actually made it fun to do. Because otherwise, watching that on my own, I'd have like, well, I'm not watching it, I'll just turn it off.
Yeah, I think I would have turned it off at that time.
I would have turned it off, so I don't watch this shit.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Definitely. No, I would have. Do you know what? I don't even think I'll watch the game Tuesday night, yes. I don't think I will.
I won't be watching that.
No.
Danny says, Tony, early doors, I pray you are right with this one. Southgate to Man United. Well, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Reverend Knight says that style of play from that fraud of a manager is had enough. Yes, crap. Boring. Jack says, Arsenal Manic ain't about nice guys, it's about results, as you know. Well, that was not a result, was it? Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Danny says, facts, Jez. Yeah, I mean, and this is why I don't watch this crap. You know, I know a lot of people love it and it's all that. But nah, sorry. And the amount of people have gone to that game tonight, spent serious dollar getting there, spending their ticket, travel, food, drink, program, watching that dog shit. Nah.
Shit. Sorry, not for me. This is true, yeah. And then I said about the waistcoat that he had on. So, but Hot Fuzz, he said if Gareth Southgate comes to manage Man United, and this is because he swore Hot Fuzz then, and I was sort of taken back. Because he don't really swear that much, does he? He said if Gareth Southgate comes to manage my club, he said I'm fucking shutting my show down. That was his words.
Who, Hot Fuzz?
Hot Fuzz, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, I've never heard him swear.
Yeah, no, I've heard him swear a few times, but I've been writing it down in the book. What show, what minute, date and time. I said I got it all there, Hot Fuzz. I'm monitoring him.
He's always such a calm guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a very calm guy.
Very placid, nice,
Yeah.
Speaks nicely, and I've never seen him lose it.
No. But he goes, what I like about him, he goes sort of into the depths of things as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, good comment here, man. Arsenal Manic Rice almost got injured, looked exhausted. Yeah, why? What's the point? Waste of time, this game. Absolute waste of time, man. Crucial time of the season now for us, and we've got players in. Well, Rice, the only Arsenal player that's playing today, thank goodness. And it was just absolute dog crap. Sorry. Absolute crap.
Trouble is, though, Jez, you think of it with Declan Rice. He's played in there. He's going to play against Belgium on Tuesday, right? Then he's going to go back over to Arsenal, right? Going to start training. So from the Belgium game to the Man City game, that's how many days? 5 days between those two games. Plus, he's played a game. What? Well, you might as well say 2 days before that. He's had a 2-day rest, and he's going to play Belgium. And then there's 5 days. He's got to go and do a hell of a lot of training before we play against Man City and play against them. So, you know what I mean? I personally think this was pointless tonight. I don't even know why England was playing. We were absolutely,
That's
well,
a
we
week
were top
tomorrow,
tier.
isn't it? Week tomorrow
Yeah,
we're playing Man City away.
a week
Easter,
tomorrow.
Easter Sunday,
Yeah,
you know, um, which I've had to make some major arrangements to watch that game. I can tell you, it being
oh,
Easter, family stuff, all
oh
that.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. I know what you're saying. Well, I've
As
had everything taken out now. I've had me Sky Sports. I've had me, well, it was called BT Sports, now called TNT. I've had all that taken out now. So I'm gonna have to download something and watch the game on the tablet or something.
well, I got rid of BT last year, and what it was called TNT now, isn't it? Something like that. So that game is on Sky. I've still got my Sky,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, being the weekend as it is, you know, grandkids might be here and all that. I don't know, but yeah, you know, you got to make sacrifices,
oh, definitely,
and I've
definitely.
made the sacrifice to watch Arsenal.
Yeah. Have you seen? Do you remember that advert? It used to be on the telly on ITV, and it was this woman. His guy was pregnant. She was ready to give birth. So he packs her bag, runs down. Taxi pulls up. She gets in it, puts the bag on, like puts the bag in the taxi and that. He goes to the hospital, mate, quick as you can. He went, yeah, and he taps on the roof. He goes, "Bye, love. I'm watching the cup final," and it was the Arsenal and Aston Villa cup final. And he ran back in and sat down, put the telly on, and he put his feet up and started watching it. She had to go to hospital and give birth by herself.
Well, nothing wrong with that, is there?
No, it's where his priorities come first, don't they? You know.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I remember saying that once. I said, "Well, you wanted one.
Mm,
Get on with it."
get on with it. Yeah, yeah, that's what happens.
You know what I mean? But it is what it is. But yeah, it's been fun. Shoot football. But
Yeah,
DJ says Kenny loves international footy, but he is disappointed with that England display. I'm not surprised, mate.
I'm not surprised if he's already done a video on it on his Insta.
He probably has actually. Let me have a look. He probably already has. Yeah, there's something out there. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
There's a Jack Wilshere one I saw with Simon Jordan.
No, Dal sent me that thing about the sandwich. Darren's done something or other. Oh, sod off. Bloody request things. Sod off. Don't know. Let's have a look. See what. Dow's. No, sorry. Kenny said it's so low on entertainment. Painful. Only Vinny's Jr. is showing his class. Matty has said this is the truth. No, Kenny hasn't put anything out yet. But I'm sure he will.
He will. He definitely will, Kenny. I always watch his videos on Instagram. I always do.
They're class, man. They're class.
Yeah.
I like the ones where he doesn't go into the game.
Yeah.
He's walking down the high road and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Just mentioned Southgate, and it's like Hot Fuzz has Tourette's.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it does.
Tony says, Jez, Hot Fuzz swears like a trooper. Well, I've never heard him, to be fair.
Yeah.
Aston says, sorry to suggest this, it's not in the spirit of sponsorship, but I would advise Rice to feign an injury and sit out the next pointless match. I agree.
I would.
What's
Yeah.
the point?
Definitely.
What is this nonsensical bullshit? Yeah, as early doors, Arsenal money, that's what Saka did. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah. I mean, what's
I-
that player now? He's gone to West Ham on loan from Man City. What a twat! I can't believe Calvin Phillips, right? Give him a game.
Yeah.
Put him in there for Rice. I would just put him in there. He needs game time under his belt.
I mean, I thought today Foden was crap.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything. Didn't get in the game. Bellingham, Watkins, I didn't think any of them were any good, really.
Didn't think any of them. No, they won. They were poor. As well, it's like what we said. We can't really recall England taking a shot on goal.
Well, I'm just looking here on obviously I've got the sound off, but looking at this here now, one shot, keeper saves it from who's that? Oh, can't see. And that's it. It's poor, really poor.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely poor. Watkins when he hit it over the bar. Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, booms it.
Yeah.
Poor, man. Poor. Anyway, let's call it a day. Mate, Anthony, thanks for joining me, bro.
That's right.
And Mike's just joined us. Beam Jizz and Chat, boring Southgate game. Did we have a single shot on goal? Not really.
No.
Not really, mate. Not that I saw. Awful. Anyway, mate, Anthony, please, mate, shout out your channel and your where we can find you, bro.
Yeah, you can find me on Football United TV, where I have a show called Gunners from All Corners. Just chatting all things Arsenal, getting Arsenal guests on there. There's no been content of recent because obviously it's full of this crap international. And also I used a different show on there as well called Premier League, the Premier League Weekend Show, where we just get random guests on there who supports any teams. And we talk about all things Premier League, and we do a prediction at the end of the show, which obviously Jez has been on there and he's won that. So, you know, if Jez can win it, anyone can win it.
Mate, and my predictions are shit. So it's what it is. And tomorrow night, I believe 8 o'clock, it is Early Doors show, is the Sunday night takeaway show.
Yeah.
Which was good, so go and support that show, boys and ladies. So we're out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. If you have liked, I very rarely shout that out because I'm one of these believers that if you like, if you don't, you don't, and that's the way I work on it. But if you have liked it, smash the likes. But we're out, and thanks everybody for watching. And that was a pretty shit game of football. Let's be honest. It was pretty boring. And I will not be doing England Belgium because it's just crap. But I'll do the outro, and well, let's get out of here and enjoy the rest of our Saturday evenings. Take care, everyone. Cheers, Anthony. Top man.
That's right. Cheers, mate.
Nice one, mate.
It was all right, mate. I enjoyed that. Well, not the game, but obviously coming on and chatting to you and, you know, and obviously communicating with the chat. So